For basic printing in Excel, choose the File menu and then Print. From here you have a few options. You can select all of your spreadsheet. You can select certain page numbers. You can have a selection, which means if whatever happens to be highlighted, that's the only thing that gets printed. Your active sheets, which is the one that you're currently on, or your entire workbook, which will print all 3 sheets. You can choose to see what your printing would look like in the preview. You may also go to Properties, and somewhere in yours you can change the orientation, the way it will print, either portrait or landscape. There is something you need to be aware of about printing in Excel, and that has to do with the print preview and the print lines. If I go to Print Preview, I notice that this one spreadsheet is on 4 pages. Go to the second page, notice there's some stuff from the bottom, some stuff from the side, and a little more from the sides. If I go back here, I will notice that these print lines have come up. That tells me what's outside of the page and will be printed on its own separate page. If I come down here, all this is outside, and down below, all this is outside the one page. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 pages being printed on. My goal is to get it all onto one page for this particular project. There are 2 ways for me to do that. One is by changing my margins. Make it so that the page is much bigger, which means a thinner margin. File, Page Setup. I choose Margins, and here I have to guess at what I would like. Maybe I'll do top, just all around, just to get started to see what it's going to take. I'll click OK. How'd that do to my print lines? Well, not much there. But it did bring it up from the bottom, so I still have this to worry about. Let's see how many pages I have. Now I have 2 pages. Okay. Another technique is, you see these columns? I can shorten the column, make them actually thinner. So I can bring this in until it kind of works. These columns with nothing in them, I really don't need much of that space. That just kicked in. Did it kick in down here? Sometimes these boxes just get a little edge over. So we'll see. That worked. So now it's all on one page. So 2 things. Change your margins. You'll have to guess at what it is. If that doesn't work, you can make it smaller or larger, just depending on how it would work for you. And the other item is thin out your columns. Now don't thin out something too much that you don't need to. Watch what happens. See, it starts looking ugly. Thin out the columns that make no difference whether they're fatter or thinner. See how that just went bapped over? And now it's to the page numbers that I want it to be for this particular project. Sometimes when you go to Print Preview, it shows that there are more than one page, but if you look, there's nothing actually on that page. If we take a closer look, you can't see anything. What has happened is maybe an accidental space bar showed up, and that actually takes up a page. Maybe a small apostrophe was accidentally mistyped on there, something that you did not see. So here's what I suggest you do. Highlight columns, many columns over. Choose Edit, Clear, All. This will clear all the formats, the contents, anything that you may have done accidentally. Or did it on purpose, got rid of it, but maybe the format is still there. I'll click All, and I'll also do that down below underneath. Remember, the extra page could be anywhere. I'll highlight a whole bunch of them. Edit, Clear, All. Now let's go see. Good, it's gone. Must have been a space bar or something else.